Welcome to CAN, Caribbean Affiliate News. My name is Siobhan Gobin. Here are the stories that we're following today, August 22nd, 2013. 23-year-old Antiguan is now a medical doctor. St. Lucia subject to U.S. Leahy law ban, Prime Minister confirms. Haitian said to have been literally scared to death by the NYPD. And murder rate is unacceptable, says the Trinidad Chamber. Details on these headlines and more when we return.
Million customers use Leica Mobile for affordable international mobile calls, connecting over 2.5 million mobile calls daily, helping our customers stay in touch with their loved ones, whether they be in Asia, Africa, Europe, or the rest of the world. Every 5 seconds, a new Leica Mobile customer joins our growing family, helping you to make affordable international calls across the world. Leica Mobile. Call the world for less.
Since we announced Sign and Drive with zero out-of-pocket and low monthly payments, cars been flying out of Bronx Honda at a record pace. Whoa! New Accord with zero out-of-pocket for $249 a month, or new Civics just $199 a month, or save thousands with 0% financing. You never had to leave the Bronx to get the best price on the Honda. Bronx Honda guarantees the lowest price in the Bronx. Bronx Honda, East Tremont Avenue. Visit BronxHonda.com.
Welcome back to CAN, Caribbean Affiliate News. My name is Siobhan Gobin. This segment of the news is sponsored by Total Caribbean Network. In Antigua, Dr. Rich S. Warner graduated on July 19, 2013 from the Faculty of Medical Sciences, Matanzas, Cuba, at the age of 23 years old, making him possibly the nation's youngest medical doctor. Dr. Warner, along with 13 other Antiguan doctors, graduated in July in the Republic of Cuba. He described his time in Cuba as fulfilling and was never daunted by the many challenges he experienced. Dr. Warner, a trained pianist and violinist, describes himself as a very focused and serious individual who hopes to contribute to the healthcare system of his twin island nation. He thanks God for his success as well as his family and friends for their support and well wishes. Dr. Warner explained that as a young boy attending the Cubs Cross Primary School, though he was an all-rounded student, he always enjoyed science and in grade 4 decided to become a doctor. He sat the common entrance examination at the age of 10 and gained a scholarship to attend the Antigua Grammar School. He completed the Antigua Grammar School at age 15 and then completed 1 year at the Antigua State College before receiving a scholarship to pursue studies in Cuba. Dr. Warner encourages students to set goals and endeavor to complete them. He also deems it important in participating in extracurricular activities, as he did as a member of the Antigua Barbuda Youth Symphony Orchestra, Pathfinder Club, the National Youth Choir, and Wireless Debating Competition, Leeward Islands Debating Competition, among others. Dr. Warner hopes to complete a PhD before the age of 30. He resides in Cubs Cross Village and is the son of Mrs. Fernley Warner Latchman. In St. Lucia, in a 17-minute address to the nation on Tuesday night, Prime Minister Dr. Kenny Anthony confirmed that St. Lucia is currently prohibited by the terms of what is commonly referred to as the Leahy Law from receiving security-related assistance from the U.S. The so-called Leahy Law, named after its principal sponsor, Senator Patrick Leahy of Vermont, is a U.S. human rights law that prohibits assistance to any unit of the security forces of a foreign country if the Secretary of State has credible information that such unit has committed a gross violation of human rights. St. Lucia thus joins Bolivia, Colombia, Guatemala, Mexico, Nigeria, Turkey, Indonesia, and Pakistan, whose security forces have been denied assistance by virtue of the Leahy Law. The Prime Minister acknowledged that the suspension of U.S. assistance to the Royal St. Lucia Police Force is clearly not a happy situation. He referred in particular to the recent incident at the Hewanorra International Airport in St. Lucia when RSLPF Commissioner Vernon Francois was not permitted to board a flight to participate in U.S. organized and financed training programs. Anthony confirmed that this resulted from the U.S. ban, contrary to the initial claim by Francois that it was a ticketing issue. The Prime Minister said, however, that he had received information from the U.S. ambassador to the Eastern Caribbean that Francois' U.S. visa has not been revoked. Anthony also confirmed that the prohibition under the Leahy Law is grounded in the killing of 12 individuals by security forces in St. Lucia in 2010 and 2011, which he pointed out took place under the previous United Workers' Party administration. These killings, he said, attracted the attention of the U.S., which in the State Department's 2011 Human Rights Report on St. Lucia described the 12 fatal police shootings as potentially unlawful, with some reportedly committed by officers associated with an ad hoc task force within the police department. There was only limited progress by the Director of Public Prosecutions in reviewing and other investigations of unlawful killings dating back to 2006, the report added. The report also said that the government did not implement the existing anti-corruption law effectively, and officials sometimes engage in corrupt practices with impunity. Anthony went on to point out that the Leahy Law prohibition shall not apply if the U.S. Secretary of State determines and reports that the government of such country is taking effective steps to bring the responsible members of the Security Forces unit to justice. The Prime Minister outlined the steps being taken by the government to satisfy the U.S. that those responsible are brought to justice. First, he said action has been taken to expedite the legally required inquest into the deaths of the 12 individuals, which can sometimes be a lengthy process and one in which it would appear that the U.S. has little confidence. To date, 6 of the 12 inquests have been completed, all resulting in a verdict of death by a lawful act. However, one has been remitted for a new inquest to be undertaken. In addition, St. Lucia has requested U.S. assistance in conducting polygraph or lie detector tests in relation to 40 senior police officers, only one of which failed such tests. Anthony said the officers were asked about their knowledge of the killings in question and were also questioned about possible involvement in drugs and corrupt practices and behavior. The Office of the Brooklyn District Attorney has launched an investigation into the death of a Haitian father whose family claims he was literally scared to death by the officers of the NYPD. The Brooklyn District Attorney's decision comes as police arrested Stephon Foster, 16, who lives in the same building as the victim's family in the Brownsville section of Brooklyn. On Saturday, the police reported that Foster, who has a rap sheet of 4 other arrests, was nabbed after his fingerprints were found on a cell phone which cops tracked down. He was charged with robbery and possession of stolen property. Meanwhile, outraged family members have accused cops of literally scaring Carlos Alces, 43, a father of 8, to death after officers on Thursday swarmed his apartment searching for the person who stole the cell phone. Relatives said Alces dropped dead from an apparent heart attack as his helpless wife and 4 of his children protested the fruitless intrusion into their home. According to the New York Daily News, the tragedy was further compounded when the cops asked Alces' 16-year-old son Emmanuel, who was pulled out of bed and wrongly suspected of being the thief, to perform cardiopulmonary resuscitation. The family also claimed it took nearly 30 minutes for an ambulance to reach their home, just blocks from the Brookdale University Hospital in Brooklyn. You're watching Caribbean Affiliate News. We will be right back.
Million customers use Leica Mobile for affordable international mobile calls, connecting over 2.5 million mobile calls daily, helping our customers stay in touch with their loved ones, whether they be in Asia, Africa, Europe, or the rest of the world. Every 5 seconds, a new Leica Mobile customer joins our growing family, helping you to make affordable international calls across the world. Leica Mobile. Call the world for less.
I can't believe your mom let you take your car out. This is awesome.
It's time to grow up.
You're crazy.
Little while
Go faster. Stop.
it'll all be alright.
I raised my son to be careful,
Hey, sweetie.
Hey, Mom.
but just to be safe,
So don't you worry.
I got a Subaru.
Love. It's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
Coleman Subaru, 1710 North Alden Avenue, Ewing, New Jersey, or colemansubaru.com.